I'm starving.
Sorry, we could start this morning on the 14s beat Shells. Yay! Yay! There's the one there. Try and get double over.
She's been playing club for a bit now. She playing Patter. Sorry now, sorry, I know you just as you're walking away. Is no one playing Camogie now more, or is she playing?
I don't know actually. I don't know. I'd say they're playing both the same.
Yeah.
You know, a good few of them girls are all playing both games.
Who would they have had them be playing Camogie with?
I guess.
Oh yeah.
Apart from Aoife Shield, she plays with him.
Yeah.
Everyone else plays with I guess.
Yeah.
Rihanna plays, Alicia plays. Emma Mack, Amanda, Holly, they all play Shiv, they all play with.
Holly's 17.
Hannah, what's your phone number there?
087
Yeah.
6686
Is this a different link?
Yeah.
596. I send it off then. Tweeters or whatever you have to do.
Sure. Tag all the ones you can tag.
Okay. I can't remember what the Shells. I'll do the rest of them.
Till the end. Bitter till the end.
2 is Amy Fitzgerald. 3 is Said McCarthy.
AD.
Yeah, EADAOIS. Said McCarthy is 3.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Hi folks, you're very welcome to today's first game in Farmlee of the Bodyborough Ladies Senior Football Semi-Final. Today's game is brought to you in conjunction with Ferry Carrick Tree Care. I'm joined today by Lizzie Kent beside me on co-commentary. So we have two teams here today going for the first game. We have Shelmalier, who have been the kingpins of ladies football in Wexford for the last number of years, and Crossabeg Ballymurn, who are trying to make a breakthrough. Just to take you through the starting teams, we'll start off with Shelmalier playing in blue and white. We have D Fox in the goal. We have Aideen Fitz, number 2, Sive McCarthy, fullback number 3, and Sarah Harding Kenny, number 4. Number 5 in captain of the team is Kelly Carney. Number 6 is Shauna Murphy, and number 7 is Eleanor Neville. Number 8 is Michelle Harding. Number 9 is Clara Donnelly. Half forward line then, number 10, Ciara Banville. Ailish Neville playing centre forward, number 11, and Ciara Donoghue, number 12. Inside line, you have the experienced Leona Tector, Lauren Murphy, number 14, and Roisin Murphy, number 15. The Crossabeg Ballymurn team will line out as follows: Katie Sludds in the goal, number 1, Emma MacDonald, number 2, Siobhan Cummins, number 3, and Amanda Skellin, number 4. The half back line then of Kellyanne Dempsey, number 5, Lauren Doyle, 6, and Leanne Cullen, 7. Captain of the team is number 8, Ciara Walsh, and she's supported in midfield by Deirdre McDonald, number 9. Nolene Shanahan, 10, Aoife Shield, 11, and Ava Kelly, number 12, makes up a strong half forward line. Dervla Doyle, number 13, Rihanna Cullen, 14, and Anya Fortune, 15. So as said today, the referee for today's game is Ian Plunkett, and we're just 2 or 3 minutes away from throw-in. So just to hand you over to Lizzie here for a second. Lizzie's going to just talk through the teams and let us know how the teams got here.
Thanks, Anthony. So it's been an excellent ladies football championship to date. Interesting enough, the 4 teams that are competing today have actually come out of the same group, so they've all actually played each other at one stage during the season. In relation to Shelmaliers, they started the campaign with a draw against Adamstown, with wins over Clonee and Crossabeg, today's opponents. They met Dunbrody Gales, which is a combination of St James and Horswood, in the semi-final or in the quarter-finals to see them here today. Crossabeg had started the campaign with a win over Clonee and with 2 close games against Adamstown and Shelmaliers, where they came out on the other side of it. But interestingly enough, the game against Shells earlier in the campaign, couple of goals just before half-time, very tight first half by all accounts. Couple of goals by Shelmaliers just before half-time, I suppose made it a difficult for Crossabeg to come back into the game. However, a huge performance that day, and I think that we're really in for a treat today, Anthony. I think it's going to be a really good game. Crossabeg, one thing that Crossabeg always bring, scoring forwards. And they've been thereabouts in the senior championship over the last number of years. We're all very familiar with Shelmaliers, looking for their 3 in a row. After successes last year against St Anne's and the previous year against Clonee. Huge experience, great ability. I just think that we're in for a feast of football today.
Yeah, referee's blowing his whistle now, looking to get games under orders, and Shelmaliers are just running through their last hand pass and drill. Just Lizzie, looking at the Shelmaliers team, we all know some of the household names, but some new names in there: Ciara Donoghue and Lauren Murphy into the forwards there, and we don't see Maeve Quill in there at the moment. Do you think maybe there might be an injury there, or just holding back her experience for the second half?
Yeah, possibly. I know Maeve has been busy with work as well, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Maeve start on this team here today. Huge amount of experience, brings great information and organisation to the defensive line. So if she isn't starting, as in, I think she'll definitely be a player to come in relation to the younger players that have come in. Good players have done well with Shelmaliers for underage, and it's, I suppose it's testament that they're starting to get a blend of youth and experience within their group. We know the household names, teams that have the likes of Dee Fox, Sarah Harding, Shauna Murphy, Kelly Carney, Clara Donnelly, Roisin Murphy, like some of the best in the business, So I think it'll be interesting here today. And no, just an absentee as well. Shells are without Dee McMahon this year, and I think, as in, a terrific player for them. As in, I can assure you, there's not too many cornerbacks in the country that would like to mark Dee McMahon. Obviously, good to get a score, but creates a huge amount of scoring opportunities. So she's a big loss to their setup today.
And just an interesting one, Roisin Murphy's line out number 15. Do you think she's going to start there? Well, she will start there possibly, but do you think she'll stay there for the game?
No, I think I would. My guess would be that Roche will come out around the middle or in around the half back line. I think there'll be a couple of changes to this team when they line out, but an experienced team no less.
Then talking through some of the household names in the Crossabeg team, we see the likes of Ciara Walsh captain the team. She's from Donegal and she's come down to the club. She had an experience at Wexford a couple of years ago. Aoife Shield was part of the Wexford panel 2 or 3 years ago as well. And some of those household names, a lot of the younger players, strong camogie commitments there with Oilgate as well, and they're very good players for Crossabeg.
Yeah, very good. And as in, there's another name. She's been very good across the club scene. Their fullback Siobhan Cummins has been, for me, one of their top performers over the last number of years. But as I mentioned already, Crossabeg have really good scoring forwards. You know, you have the likes of Dervla Doyle, Nolene Shanahan, Rihanna Cullen, like Aoife Shield herself. As in, I think that it's going to be a real interesting contest today. And I think the first 15 minutes, Shells are a team who were good to go at a game early on. So I think the first 15 minutes, just up to that first water break, will be hugely important.
Yeah, thanks a million, Lizzie. So look, we're just seconds away from getting the proceedings underway. We've Kimberly Maloney just in front of us here now, and she's mining the house for the Crossabeg girls on the sideline. So the manager Crossabeg this year is Kevin Byrne of Rathvilly descent in Carlow. Has done a great job with the girls, and of course the ever-present Pac Will is over Shelmaliers. So we can see straight away Shauna Murphy has gone in corner back to mark Aoife Shield. Aoife Shield and Sean obviously are getting to do the matchups. 18 Fitz seems to be moving out to the half back line. So number 9 for Deary McDonald has moved out of midfield as well, and she's gone into the half forward line. So you can see a bit of cat and mouse going on straight away.
Just see the experienced Kelly Carney and Clara Donnelly are standing in the middle of the park for Shelmaliers, and the game is on. So
the game is on now, and Ciara Walsh picks up the ball, and she's looking to get the ball inside. She keeps carrying the ball inside. She's gone inside the 45. She gets her head up. She looks for a quick ball inside into Rihanna Cullen. Rihanna shows there in front of Sive. It's all across the big Ballymoran from the off. Rihanna takes a chance, go for goal. She's tackled hard there by Sarah Harden-Kenny. Ian Plunk gives advantage, and it's a strike on goal, but the referee is giving advantage there. Lizzie Crossabeg showing her 10 straight from the start.
Yep, just straight in, as we mentioned already, those threats in the scoring forwards, no doubt, very unlucky. I think it's a 45, yes.
No, I think the referee giving advantage, so the player took her shot as advantage, so Ian played good advantage. And this will be the first chance for Aoife Shield to register a score on the board. So Aoife, about 21 yards out, should be the first score of the game if she can make sure. And she does with aplomb, pops the ball over the bar. That's a good start there for Crossabeg. So we see Roisin Murphy out the midfield. First kick out coming from D Fox, works the shot to Shauna Murphy. Shauna will do that all day if you allow her. Great ball down the line there to the speedy Ciara Donnelly, one of the younger girls into the team. Gives the ball off to the 18 Fitz. 18 Fitz has moved out to wing back. She's carrying the ball for a good turnover there from Crossabeg. Leanne Cullen wins the ball. Crossabeg coming forward again. Crossabeg showing great intent, but the referee deems to have taken steps. So Roisin Murphy out to centre forward, gets the ball in her hand, looks for the ball inside to Clara Donnelly. Clara Donnelly is loose. Clara Donnelly takes on the ball. She's attacking straight through the middle, cuts through the middle, gives a great ball in there into Ailish Neville. Ailish Neville in, and the defence does really well there. Number 4, Amanda Scallon, Lizzie, just cut out that dangerous ball.
Yeah, an experienced player for Crossabeg. Yeah, it was just really lucky. Great run and move, flowing football from Shelmaliers, but as in, I think lucky enough to get away with that one, Crossabeg.
First kick out coming from Katie Sludds. Long kick out to the middle field, straight down towards Roisin Murphy. Ball bounced overhead into number 10, Nolene Shanahan. Nolene should use her pace here now. She's taking on Eleanor Neville. Eleanor stands her up well. Nolene brings the ball back through the middle. She's found a bit of space. She's trying to get her head up, well marshalled by Eleanor. Ciara looks for the ball. Ciara Walsh leading as a captain. She takes the ball. She's got space in front of her. She's looking inside, gives the ball to Dervla Doyle. Dervla gets her head up. Dervla just taking her time, surveying her options. Shelmaliers getting set defensively. Gives the ball in there to Anya Fortune, young player coming on for Crossabeg. Anya gives the ball out to the wing. Ava Kelly's free. She's taking on her defence. She takes a solo on the left and the right. Dervla Doyle comes in the loop, looks to win the free, and Deary McDonald has to get in behind the Shelmaliers defence. She's well tackled again. There's a goal chance here for Crossabeg, and it's in. It's a goal for Crossabeg Ballymoran. Really, really well worked goal there, Lizzie, to show great patience.
Yeah, and I think that was the big thing. They played the ball around the 45, passed it over and back, wait till the opportunity came, and a really, really good finish from Jerry MacDonald.
Quick kick out here now, 1-1 to no score. Crossabeg just got the dream started. They would have looked for the manager, Kevin Byrne, would have asked them for that at the start of the game, and they've got it. Ball into Clara Donnelly. Clara's going to be one of the danger women here now for Shelmaliers today. She gets the heads up. She looks inside to Lauren Murphy. Lauren Murphy is being well marshalled there by Siobhan Cummins, the ever experienced Siobhan Cummins, and there's a great run there by Clara Donnelly again, and she kicks the ball wide. I say you can see what Shelmaliers are trying to do down the far wing.
Yeah, I'd like to play nice and direct, nice and quick ball, as in slightly two different styles of play. A more kind of patient build-up from Crossabeg Ballamorn. What you have from Shelmaliers is direct and fast, but they're a threat when they play like that, Shells.
Katie Sludds with a kick out in. She goes long and high. Kickers are going to be so important. Ellen Everett reads the break well. She gives the ball into Kelly. Kelly is behind her. She picks it up the second time. Referee plays advantage and Kelly sniffs it. Kira Walsh is tracking Kelly. Kelly's gone on a hard direct run. She cuts a corner player. There's another chance here for Kelly Carney, and Kelly shows great experience. A great start, a great reply for Shelmaliers there, Lizzie.
Yeah, Kelly got onto that ball great and does what she does so well, just driving at the defence, and a good finish as well.
So we've 1-1 to a point. A real rip-roaring start here. Perfect conditions for football. Katie Sludds long with the kick out. You can see Aoife Shield and Shauna Murphy are tight to it here. Ball goes over the top. Derry MacDonald breaks to Nolene Shannon. Nolene's getting her hands on a lot of quality ball here in the first few minutes. She gets her hand good. Plenty of experience. Nolen, brilliant underage footballer for Wexford back a few years ago. Gives the ball back to Derry MacDonald. Derry gets her head up. There's a move inside from Aoife Shield. Derry runs in. Is it the referee doesn't give it for steps or charge? He lets the play flow. That's what we're hoping to see here today. Ball out to number 12 again, Ava Kelly. This is the patient build-up again from Crossabeg. They're not rushing the ball. They're not giving it away. Back outside to Dervla Doyle. Dervla to Ava again. Ava recycles the ball to Derry MacDonald. Just working the way around the Shelmaliers defence. There's a good tackle again from Sarah Harden Kenny. She's going to be very busy. Ball inside there to Rihanna Cullen. Rihanna takes on her player. Sive, plenty of experience at Wexford over the last couple of years. It'll be a great match-up today. Gives the ball into Derry. Sloppy here now at the moment from Crossabeg, but they still have possession. Looks across to Ava Kelly. Ava Kelly is on the ball again. Great chance here for Aoife Shield. D Fox has a great hand to it. And it's a goal for Crossabeg. It's a goal for Crossabeg. We had patient build-up. Aoife Shield followed in the ball there, Lizzie, and she seemed to get her hand to the ball.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Yeah, there was great movement inside in the Crossabeg full forward line, but a real patient build-up in the midfield half forward area. Aoife Shield dangerous in there. She seems to be hanging in around a full forward position, and it's going to be dangerous.
Shell's come again. This is a blister and starting exactly what Crossabeg Ballamurn will want. Taking on the champions. But Shelmaliers will not back down, and they will be there and thereabouts. They're going to show their experience. Great ball in. Crossabeg tackling hard, tigerish. And Ian Plunkett gives it free in. Chance now for the experienced Leona Tector to register her first score. She's about 35 yards out. Just about 2 or 3 yards to the right of the goal. She goes with the front of the boot, and that's a super score from Leona Tector, Lizzie.
Yeah, Leona showing her experience in there again, settling. I suppose after two quick scores from Crossabeg, settling things for Shelmaliers again. Shells will stay well in this game. This is going to be a battle right to the end.
Again, Katie Sludds, she's done what she's done. The first few kickouts, she's gone long, and Crossabeg have been dominating the breaking ball at the moment. That's where they've got the platform from. So we're 6.5 minutes into the game, and Crossabeg have built up a nice lead. The ball breaks over the top, and there's Nolene Shanahan again. Nolene Shanahan's picking up plenty of breaking ball there around the middle, and she's using her pace, and she's taking the game to Shelmaliers. There's a great ball inside again to Rihanna Cullen, and once again we'll have a great battle here between 3 and number 14 and number 3, Sive McCarthy and Rihanna. Plenty of quality ball going into that forward line. Rihanna takes on her travel, and she's well tackled there by Sive. Sive showing her strength. Rihanna stands her up, and Sive does really well there, and the referee does it for overcarrying. You see, Lizzie, again, the Crossabeg forwards dangerous, and they're winning plenty of ball in there.
Absolutely. Every time they attack, they look like that they can come out with a score, Anthony.
Ball out from Sive to Roisin Murphy, who has dropped deep, and you can see Shelmaliers are playing with 2 inside. There, the ball over the top to Kelly Carney. Kelly will find space. She jinks back inside. She turns left. She turns right. She gets her head up. She's looking for Eilish Neville again. Eilish has drifted out to the right wing. Eilish has the ball gone out. She keeps it in. She does really well. She takes on her marker. She's been well marshalled there by Amanda Scallon. Amanda does really well. Dervla Doyle chasing back Kelly Carney. They're like 2 twins out there with the blonde ponytails. Gives it to everyone running Clara Donnelly. Clara Donnelly on the far side. She looks to recycle the ball. She gives the ball a great switch of the play back to Michelle Harding. Michelle Harding has a chance at the post here. She gets her head up. She looks for a long ball, short inside. breaks to, there's a battle there, stuff, and Crossabeg come out with the ball again, showing their tenacity. Dervla Doyle wins a dirty ball on the ground. Number 5, Kellyanne Dempsey, does really well there to win that ball in there. Michelle could have been better off maybe taking her point. She tried to go for goal. A great ball out from Lauren Doyle, out to Ava Kelly. Ava Kelly is having a brilliant battle there with Eleanor Neville. And she gets advantage, but she takes her advantage and drives on. It's brilliant from the young girl here. She stole as her left. She's well tackled by Sarah Harden-Kenny. Advantage had run out. Sarah Harden-Kenny showing her experience. Gets the ball, takes the solo, gets her head up, surveys her options. Out again to Ciara Dunno. Ciara Dunno started this game really brightly too. There's a great battle between herself and Leanne Cullen. She takes on Leanne Cullen. She cuts down the far wing. She's 42, 43 yards out. Gives the ball over the top and again to Clara Donnelly, doesn't win it. Well cut out there again by Lauren Doyle. Lauren Doyle coming into this game really well in the last couple of minutes. Off to Ciara Walsh, the captain. She takes the sting out of it. Great ball inside again there between Lauren and Sive. Sive is out in front this time. Possession there for Sive. Gets the body back down. Wins the ball. Gets the ball out to Sarah Harden-Kenny, her county teammate over the last few years. Just the game has took a little sting out of the game. Now both teams a frantic start in the first 7 or 8 minutes. Roisin Murphy again dropping deep, but injects a bit of pace into this game. She's been well tackled by Ava Kelly. Ava Kelly, great, brilliant pressure by Ava Kelly there, and cut out again by Amanda Scallon. Good turnover then, Ailish Neville under pressure. She comes out with the dirty ball. She looks to recycle the ball back out, and it's a free in. Lizzie, you have to say the work rate across the big Ballymurn around the middle has been fierce.
Yep, they've just turned it over there again, Anthony. Oh, and it's back in. It's just nip-tuck. The game is frantic at the minute, and it's been just an exciting game, an exciting start. Exactly what those watching at home will be enjoying watching.
Sarah Harden reads there's 3 or 4 turnovers in a row there. Well, Crossabeg are really taking this game. The Shelmaliers here today. Shauna probably took that from the wrong spot. Crossabeg are really after coming out with all guns blazing here, Lizzie, and Shells will have to settle into this game, and they'll need some of the more experienced players maybe to get the scoreboard ticking.
Yeah, absolutely. As in, just looking now to set, like Crossabeg are dropping a number back. They're kind of congesting it around the middle, so they're looking to win ball in there, and then patience on the bill. But this Shelmaliers team, there'll be no stopping on them, and here's Clara Donnelly now, as in just going at them, just creating opportunities, and it's just an exciting game to be watching.
Ball in from Ciara to Clara again. Dervla Doyle seems to be picking up, trying to follow Clara all over the field. She definitely have the energy. Lauren Murphy brings the ball across to Kelly. Kelly, who kicked Shelmalier's first score, goes with her left foot this time into the dangerous Leona Tector. Leona's battling for the ball. She's on the ground. She's sitting on the ball. It's a free out to Zine Plunkett. Again, Crossabeg. Oh. Number 12 there from Shelmalier seemed to be tackling Katie Sluds. Maybe she didn't hear the whistle. But Katie's gone to ground there now, and Ian is going to consult with his umpires. I don't know, she was tackling the player there, Lizzie, but unless she didn't hear the whistle, or else maybe she was just trying to slow Katie down from taking a quick one.
Yeah, as in, I kind of half missed it, Anthony, because I was just looking at the Crossabeg set up. So it's just in relation to that, they're keeping 4 up top, kind of, and they're pulling back their two wingers to congest that area, and it's working well. They're getting joy with it, and they're turning over a huge amount of ball with it.
Bit like Arsene Wenger there, Lizzie. Didn't see it. You're not going to sit on the fence for the whole day now, I hope. So Ian Plunkett just gives her a warning. I don't think there's anything too nasty in it. Probably just a bit of cuteness, trying to slow the play down. So it's very congested here now. Crossabeg will do well to try to work this ball out. He's bringing a ball up for descent, and now it's a free kick for Katie Stud. She'll probably go long again like she's done. They're really relying on this breaking ball that they've won in the last 4 or 5 kicks. Again, the ball bounces over the top, and they're getting a great platform from these long kicks. Deary McDonald taking on the ball. 2-on-2 inside. Shelmaliers again mopped this one up really well with Sarah Harden-Kenny just getting on top there now in the last few minutes. Eleanor Neville brings the ball out, gives a left hand pass to Kelly Carney. Kelly will bring this ball forward. She's been tackled again by Ava Kelly, and Dervla leaves a hand in that time, and that's going to be a tick for Dervla Doyle. So again, we can see, I have to say, Lizzie, I'm really impressed with the work rate of the Crossabeg half hour line. There was a free there, but young Ava Kelly is winning a lot of breaking balls. She's working hard to get back, and Dervla obviously seems to be applied that she's following Kelly around the field.
Yes, and as in both have done well, but as in the Crossabeg half back line or half forward line are getting back behind the ball as soon as the play breaks. They're just back in, tucking in, making it really, really difficult. You can see that they're ploy in relation to possession, as in they're trying to congest it around the middle of the park and get on that breaking ball. They're getting joy out of it, but it's a ferocious pace, really. It's end to end.
Yeah, I suppose for a neutral, it's a great spectacle so far because it's 2-1 to 2 points after 10 plus minutes, and it gives Crossabeg a great platform to be staying in this game for a long time and see if they can knock the Kingpins out of the championship. Great again. Crossabeg come out with the dirty ball. They've won that again, but she looks up, she gives the ball away, and this is where Shelmalier will be dangerous. Gives the ball into the experienced Leon Texas. She looks the ball over the top to Eilish Neville. Eilish Neville cuts through four defenders. She has good left foot and she just drags the ball wide. Again, Eilish Neville showing her danger.
Yeah, a great piece of work just to get on the ball and just cutting through. And this is where Shells are so dangerous, as in running at defences, as in it's hard to stick with the pace that they're running at. But really, really let off for Crossabeg there. Eilish was unlucky not to get a finish there.
Yeah, she took on 4 or 5 defenders there, and she produced a great goal chance. Again, long, high kick out again. A great battle between Aoife Sheil and Shauna. No foul there. Referee lets it play on. Again, Shauna just got landed awkward on her arm. But she's up and she's battling on like she will. Nolene Shanahan and Ellen having a great battle. Nolene's taking her on. That's a free. Fairness, referee is trying to let this game flow. Great ball inside there again. She just drops it again. If you drop the ball once, Sarah Harden will be all over it. She takes the ball out. She's coming out to the middle field. She's been tackled hard there by Anya Fortune. Roisin Murphy kicks a great ball inside. Clara Donnelly shows great hands, and now they've got in behind. It's a 4v3. This smells danger now for Shelmalier as they keep going forward. She gives a great ball across there. Lauren Murphy has a goal chance, and she makes a wrong decision. She kicks the ball wide. Again, Lizzie, Clara, a great catch in behind. It was a 4v3, but did come away with nothing.
I know, yeah. I think Clara could have maybe drove on there herself and backed herself on that one, as in it opened up nicely for her. Her pace just takes her away from players. She's hard to live with when she starts going like that. But a couple of chances now for Shelmaliers, as in they do need to start taking them if they're to, I suppose, keep themselves in contention here. You only get so many chances. Oh.
Again, a turnover. Again, Michelle Harden wins the kick out to turn over the ball. Roisin Murphy trying to drive her troops on. Dervla Dial has got space in front of her. She keeps on going. She carries. She's 30 yards away from goal. She makes a mistake. Eleanor Neville and Sarah Harden is in there looking for the break. Tigerish defending there from Eleanor and Sarah. And who comes out with the ball again? Sarah Harden McKenny. She drives out to the left-hand side, gives it out to Kira Donoghue. Kira Donoghue gives the ball up to Eilish Neville again. This is a real ding-dong battle up and down the field. Roisin Murphy gets the ball. Looks inside, looks to play the ball over there to Kira Donoghue, number 12. Getting her hands on a lot of ball. Roisin takes a step inside the Crossabeg defence, gives a great ball, and Leona takes it. Leona takes it on Amanda Scallon. Amanda and Leona having a great battle. Leona takes a shot at the post with her left foot, and she winds up a great score. Another great score from Leona Tector.
Yeah, brilliant. Keeping the scoreboard ticking over. That's the key for Shells now. So good ball in from Roisin Murphy. Leona showing well for her and just kicking off that trusty left foot. So as in, again, keeping the scoreboard ticking over, but it's end to end, Anthony.
Brilliant game. Hopefully all the viewers at home are enjoying it. Again, we're Zurich are the proud sponsors of Wexford Ladies Football, and Bodybro are the proud sponsors of the championships. Great ball in. Kelly Carney wins this kick out again. Leona Tector wins the ball, holds off her player, gives the ball inside. Kelly Carney takes on her player. She's been well marshalled there now by Kelly Ann Dempsey. A chance here for Kelly to go to the outside of the right boot. The referee plays a great advantage, and Kelly makes the most of it. Again, midfield is proven so important. Whoever wins the break ball.
Absolutely, yeah, because they're like great runners in the middle of the park, and when they get on, you can see it on either side, as in they're just going at it. It's a real running game from the middle area. So yeah.
So it looks like everyone will be happy with the break here now. We have a water break instead is included. Yeah, we have 16 minutes roughly gone on the clock, and the score is 2-1 to 4 points. So Crossabeg Ballymurn are 3 points up after 16 minutes of play. It's been a great start, and Crossabeg Lizzie will be really happy coming in. I suppose one thing the manager might have said to him beforehand was, let's get to the first water break. I suppose the way the match has gone now and the games are gone, it's 4 quarters really now. Let's get to the first water break still in this game and take this game to Shelmaliers. Shelmaliers have come back at them in the last couple of minutes, but Crossabeg very happy in their situation at the moment.
Yeah, I think very happy, as in, I kind of mentioned at the start of the game, Shells are usually a team that starts fast. They're usually the team that will get those early scores. So, for Crossabeg, dream start, 2-1, and worth it as in played really, really well. But Shells are showing their craft. They've had a couple of opportunities there, a couple of goal opportunities now. Are keeping the scoreboard ticking over. That's the experience that they're showing. But huge defensive work from both sides, as in, to be fair, as in the half-back line, the half-forward line from Crossabeg, just giving Trojan work back. But you have the likes of Sarah Harding, Kenny Sive, doing great work for Shells, coming out with that ball, making it very, very difficult. You just wonder now, as you said, these water breaks are giving that little opportunity for shifting momentum. I think Shells would have liked that quarter to continue a little bit more. They were just starting to get on top, so it'll be interesting to see how the next 15 goes.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Ian Plunkett is not quite going to do an antrim on it and throwing the ball when one team is on the field, but he's anxious to get this game restarted. Again, it's been an interesting feature of matches over the last few months with the water break, and we'll see now, has Shelmalier probably really happy to take that water break, and we'll see now how they react. So the game is going to restart with Lauren Sludds with a kick out again, and we just heard Crossabeg manager Kevin Byrne speaking to the players about how important it is to win that kick out. So here's Lauren Sludds again. She looked to go along to the middle to Ciara Walsh. She cuts it. She just mishits it that time, and Shauna Murphy wins that ball. Breaks to Dervla Doyle. Dervla Doyle gets on the breaking ball again. Aoife Shield drives through two players. She's well held up there. Michelle Harden. Oh, Ian Plunkett is going to throw in this ball, let's say. Fairness to Aoife, she done really well to win that breaking ball, and she was held up by Michelle and Shauna Murphy. So the referee is going to throw this ball in for retaliation. Ball goes up there between Roisin and Aoife. Roisin does well. She gets on that dirty ball. She drives through. She's tackled there by Ciara Walsh. She gives the ball inside to Ciara Donoghue then to Ciara Banville. Ciara Banville looks at Kelly Carney, picks up the breaking ball. Good. Shelmalier is just switching the ball left to right. Clara looking for that bit of space. Get the ball to Leona Tector. Leona Tector is showing out in front really well in the last few minutes. She's looking to get that ball into her left. She gives the ball over to Clara. Clara being followed everywhere by Lauren Doyle. Clara gets a long ball inside again, a dirty breaking ball. Ailish Neville does really well to pick up that break. She looks to take the ball back on her right hand side. Great block down by Amanda Scallon again. Back out the ball to Ciara Banville. Ciara Banville takes a shot with her right foot and she puts it wide. And Lizzie again, if Crossabeg are going to stay in this game and are going to try and win this match, they're going to need heroic defending like that.
Yeah, Amanda Scallon, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Just stood up, waited, and just timed that block brilliantly. Just a little mention, Leona Tector's getting a lot of joy in there now, as in she seems to be that target option for them and getting the runners off her. It's done really, really well for the last number of minutes. So, and the ball is out again, another long kick out.
Long kick out this time. Leona Tector looks like she's gone full forward there now, after swapping Ailish Neville's in the corner. There's steps from Roisin Murphy, says Ian Plunkett. Roisin's not happy, but he brings it up for descent. Nolan Shannon has the ball here and just above the halfway line. Ciara Walsh wants it in her hand. Crossabeg just getting set now in the forwards. Good. Ball back here from Ciara Walsh. Ciara Walsh gives it back to Leanne Cullen. Leanne Cullen ball in over the top. Rihanna Cullen, if she can find inside. Jerry McDonald's great run inside. Here's Aoife Shield. She'll go direct. She gives a great ball inside. It's advantage. Oh, he's given a free out. I'm not sure there. It looked like Aoife had give the ball over the top, and it looked like to me that she was taken out after the ball is played, but the referee has seen it differently.
Yeah, it was one of those, Anthony. She continued to run. The player was standing, but I think it was probably harsh enough on Aoife in that regard.
And nevertheless, Dervla Doyle didn't take her score, didn't put the ball, but Roisin Murphy's coming out of the field now with the ball. Clara Donnelly trying to inject life into the Shelmaliers team, and they need her to step up to the plate. She gives the ball across there to Ciara Donoghue. Again, Ciara Donoghue is busy. Leona Tector coming out, getting on the loop again. Ball inside there to Lauren Murphy, who's moved to the corner. Lauren Murphy comes back out to the middle, gives the ball again to Ciara Donoghue, who's making them dangerous runs. Ball inside here now to, she smashed it off the post. Again, Shelmaliers come away with no score, and it's Amanda Scallon again who picks up the breaking ball. She's been brilliant in this first 20 minutes. 21 minutes gone at the moment, and Crossabeg is still leading by 3 points. A great ball out from Nolan Shannon, and she's tackled hard by Roisin Murphy. So the Sting is just taken out of the game now. Crossabeg looking to maintain possession, gives the ball out. Ciara Walsh has 2 attempts to pick it up. Gives the ball out there to Leanne Cullen. Leanne Cullen gives the ball again to the hard-working Ava Kelly. Ava Kelly gives the ball in there to Deary McDonald. Deary McDonald's been very busy in this game. She's well tackled again by Kelly Carney, but he's not happy with. She went with the outside ham and must have pushed her in the back. So we have a great crowd tuned into us. Nearly 200 people tuned into us there at the moment. So it's brilliant to see the interest in the ladies' football. And Ian Plunkett is not having any to talk. The back chat there, I think, from Kelly or Roisin, and he's brought it in. And now you actually have a free that was 45 yards out that wasn't scoreable, and now you have probably Aoife Shield with a chance of a point.
Yeah, absolutely. When Crossabeg you go back to their patient build-up play, they look a real threat. When it gets a little bit frantic with them, as in that's when Shells are getting on top defensively and turning over that ball. But yeah, off the post, square ball.
Okay, if Shield drops that short. If Shield drops that short and comes back off the post, could have ended up in the back net just as quick, but it's a free out now for a square ball for Shelmalier's D Fox. D Fox with a long ball out here outside the right foot into Ciara Bamble. Ciara Bamble gives a low ball along to Clara Donnelly. Clara Donnelly is busy now. She's been tackled hard here by Lauren Doyle. Lauren gets slips and Clara takes advantage. She just gives the ball into Lauren Murphy. Lauren Murphy, Amanda Scallon working hard to get back. Lauren is this good defence at the moment, and Ailish Neville cuts inside. There's a chance now for Ailish, and she's gone for a goal, and again Ailish Neville hit the side net, and that's been a feature of Shelmalier's attacking play in the last few attacks. They've cut down this right hand side, but they haven't got the finishing.
Yeah, no, the finish, and I suppose in that scenario she might be looking back, maybe was it a better option to put it across, as in that the angles were being cut off brilliantly by Crossabeg, and as in they're getting bodies back, there's an extra body coming centrally, as in, you know, you wonder will Shelmalier's rue those missed chances.
Again, Dermot Doyle slips going for the ball, kicked out from Katie Sludds, and Michelle Harden picks up the ball. She gives a quick ball into Leona, and out comes Siobhan Covens and gets a vital hand in there, and Siobhan picks up the breaker ball, trying to drive her team forward. Dervla's playing very deep as number 13, and she gives a good ball out to Ciara Walsh. Ava been well tackled there by Aideen Fitz. Aideen Fitz gets on the dirty ball, and if the dirty ball there to be won, Sarah Harden usually comes out with it, and she does this time. Gives the ball. Roisin's picking up a lot of breaking ball around the middle there. So great ball in from Roisin inside, and Ailish just fumbles the ball there, gives it inside to Ciara Donoghue. Ciara Donoghue back with Leona Tector, plays a 1-2 with Clara Donnelly. Clara Donnelly's going with her left foot, and it's a goal for Shelmalier's. The goal for Shelmalier's. Clara possibly fortuitous there. She looked like she was going for a point, but it just looped in at the head of Katie Sludds, and now that's the goal that Shelmalier's really needed.
Yeah, it's a big boost for them. I'm going to give Clara the benefit of the doubt. She was going for it, but again, ball stuck with Leona Tector, popped it off. Shells have been threatening. It's not on Jude. They've probably had 3 or 4 good chances. So nothing in this game, Anthony.
You're always very positive, Lizzie. I reckon she was still going for a point, but again, here Shelmalier's coming now. Crossabeg need to dig in. And they've won the breaking ball again, Shelmalier's Ailish Neville. She's playing brilliant in the last 5 or 10 minutes. She takes a great dummy solo on Mulligan style, gives the ball across, and it's a great, what a save by Katie Sludds. The ball broke again there to Ciara Donoghue, and she had a good point, and the ball breaks out to Leona Tector, and Leona Tector doesn't make a mistake from 15 yards, and now all of a sudden Shelmaliers are gone into the lead 1.115 to 2-1, and you can see Shelmaliers showing her experience, and that goal is the catalyst that they needed.
It's a real lift for them now. They've been building it. It's coming, but they've now started to take their chances 1-1 in quick succession. Crossabeg just need to start going back to building the play, just what they were doing early on. They're getting a little bit frantic when they kick, when they turn it into more of a kicking game. They tend not to be. I've just proved wrong there now. Just Ciara Walsh just rins the ball. But again, once they start building it through the hands, Crossabeg look really dangerous when they revert back to their game plan.
Good. And again, they must be listening because they've recycled the ball here. Dervla, that's where you want Dervla. In referee gives advantage, Dervla takes advantage, and he'll bring it back. There's no advantage there. He won't allow that. I'd say she's a long way from where the free was given. So we have 20 time here now. 26 minutes on the clock, probably 24 gone with including the water break. Great ball from Ciara Walsh out to Nolene Shannon. Nolene needs to get back on this ball, and if Crossabeg are going to be dangerous. Good 1-2 there, working between Nolene and Leanne Cullen. Nolene takes on her player, but she's well tackled there by Shauna Murphy. Ciara Walsh looking to recycle the ball now. Shelmaliers are starting to get their defence in order and are starting to tackle hard and put pressure on. Crossabeg working the ball really well there through the hands. Get the ball to Nolene Shannon. Nolene kicks a high ball with the outside of the right foot. Dee Fox will probably mop that up. She's been tackled by Rihanna Cullen. Rihanna, after dyeing the hair, is she, Lizzie? Is she usually a blondie? Is she? Is she? Or is that is that a different girl? Was Rihanna the girl that was in WIT for the last few years?
You think Alicia?
Oh, Alicia Cullen, yeah.
Her sister.
Her sister, apologies. Derla Doyle, great turnover there. Oh, there's a heavy hit. He gives advantage, but there's definitely a free in there from Shelmaliers.
When Crossabeg revert back to patient build-up, moving the ball through the pivot, moving the Shell's defence, they create opportunities. And again, going to come away with a free here to possibly level the game again.
Yeah, is Alicia Cullen on the bench, or she not? Yeah, so she is, yeah. So apologies there to Rihanna Cullen, who hasn't dyed the hair. Aoife Sheehan now with a chance to atone for her last free. She takes the usual 1 step back, 2 steps forward, and she drills that ball over the bar, and that's a good score. That's Aoife Sheel's second free. So Aoife Sheel has got a goal and 2 points. Deirdre McDonald has got a goal as well. A goal for Clara, 2 points for Leona Tector, 2 points for Kelly. So it's very, very nip and tuck game now as we approach. Roisin Murphy has maybe showed a bit of dissent after winning that free, and Ian Plunkett is going to have a word. Aoife Sheel goes to ground there. Roisin had won her free. I don't know if she was maybe just trying to sugar off, and Aoife's gone to ground. Kelly Carney just trying to calm the girls down. So Ian is just going to give a ticking like he did to the Crossabeg player here a few minutes ago. Give a ticking and throw the ball up and take away the free. So I think the referee has been doing a decent job at the moment and letting the game flow.
I think that's the first time I've ever heard you say that, Anthony.
Different when you're in neutral. There's a tackle there, a free out, and Shelmaliers come away with the ball regardless. Shauna Murphy, the inter-county centre-back, gets on this ball. She's usually got a great accurate kick. She hits a long ball inside there, but well read again by Lauren Doyle. Lauren and Dervla are twins. Lizzie, no, they're sisters because they look like twins. Very like and very, very same in their style. Tigerish defending and Tigerish work rate. Lauren is having a big influence in this game. Great ball in there to Rihanna Cullen. Sive is starting to just win that battle there now over the last 5 or 6 kicks. Rihanna Cullen was on top in the first 2 minutes. Again, Roisin Murphy mops on the ball. She's a high possession count. Brings the ball up to Shauna. Shauna takes 1 solo, takes 2 solos. Lovely little ball into the only Tector. But it's cut out again by the Crossabeg defence. And that's Emma McDonald comes up with the ball. Gives the ball inside, but there's been another turnover there. Michelle Harding wins that ball back. Gives the ball in there to Clara Donnelly, who has had a brilliant first half so far. She's been really busy, getting on plenty of ball. Great ball into Eilish Neville. Eilish Neville seems to be the danger woman. She's put a bit of pace into that full forward line. She takes on. There's a chance of a goal here for Eilish Neville. Smacks the crossbar from 15 yards. I don't know if Lauren Slood's got a hand to it, or Katie Slood's got a hand to it. But it's back out there and that is a serious effort of a score. Wow. That is a serious effort of a score from Ciara Bamble. Ciara Bamble managed to put that ball over the bar from nearly the end line on the right hand side. You'll give her the benefit of the doubt, Annie, Lizzie, and say she was going for a point.
Definitely going for it, absolutely. But I'll just bring you back to Eilish Neville. She's just turned a pace, changed direction. Oh, she's just a joy to watch and was unlucky not to come away with a score there herself.
Yeah, really, really dangerous player. Someone's going to watch out for the next 5-10 years for Wexford. Again, Roisin Murphy uses that line of running, that great pace, that great burst onto the play. Gives the ball to Leona Tector, who just makes the right decision, as she usually always does. Gives the ball across to Roisin. Roisin looking for Clara on the loop. She gives the dummy, gives a 1-2 with Leona. Leona starting to knit this team together. Gives the ball over the top to Clara, and Clara drives that ball over the bar again. Again, Lizzie, Clara, Roisin, Kelly doing all the hard work, but there's one person who is gluing the whole team together at the moment.
Yeah, the ball is sticking with Leona and she's just bringing the rest of them into the play, but as in much more patient build up from Shells that time, and as in coming away with a score. So it's just a great game.
Nolan, again that kick out over the top, won by Crossabeg. There's 31 minutes gone on the clock now. We're in the injury time and the water break time, so there'll probably be a few minutes. Nolan Shannon very comfortable on the ball, gives that ball inside Deirdre McDonald. Deirdre McDonald, former underage player at Wexford as well. Loads of experience on this field between Shelmaliers and Crossabeg. A lot of experience in both these teams. Lizzie represented Wexford a lot of age groups in camogie and ladies football over the last 10 or 15 years.
Yeah, huge amount, Anthony. As in, I'm so impressed with the work rate of both teams. Another turnover there for Shelmalier, just got behind the ball and turned it over. But yeah, as in, I suppose there's probably a number out there, I think, who could still be representing, who are, and who probably still again could be representing Wexford. So it's just end to end, and as in, I think we'll be happy at half time as well.
Would you be one of them players, Lizzie, that could still keep going? Anyway, I can't wait for an answer because Sarah Harden is bursting down the field. She's been tackled by Aoife Shield. And Aoife Shield with what would be called probably a good foul to give away, maybe on the cynical line, but she gets a tick. But that's a dangerous place for Sarah Harden to be going, and that's where Shelmalier is. I know she's cornerback because she's one of the best backs in the county, but if she can get forward, she's equally as good driving forward upfield, and she causes havoc in the opposition full back line.
Absolutely, turn of pace. She's hard to be stopped, and as in her versatility in playing in both. And I suppose she seems to be getting on the front foot a little bit more, and that will cause problems for the Crossabeg defence.
So we're just having Sarah's just getting attended to. I don't think I've ever seen a ladies football match that Sarah Harden doesn't get attended to, and it's not due to her softness. It's just because the amount of tackles and hard tackles she goes into and dirty ball she goes into win. You know, she's for a young girl, she's got great experience, 19, 20 years of age, and been playing for Wexford for the last 4 years. Kelly Carney with a long free outside the right boot, struggled with the distance and kicks it to the left and wide. So we're nearing the end of the first half, and the scoreline at the moment is 1-7 to 2-2. So it's 10 points to 8 in favour of Shelmaliers, and this game is still nicely poised. Ball from Kay Studs, this time won by Clara Bamble. Clara Bamble looks inside to Michelle Harden. Michelle Harden working hard around the middle, gives it to her midfield partner Kelly Carney. Kelly will take a post, and that looks like a great kick from Kelly, but it's gone to the left and wide from our angle. Better not say nothing, the umpire waves it. But again, just winning the kick out again for Shelmaliers, giving them that platform going forward.
Yeah, it was notorious in the first 15 minutes that Crossabeg were winning a lot of that, but Shells have seemed to bring out a couple of extra bodies in that area, and I think they've won the last 3, 4, 5, and it's given them and a score for Shelmaliers, from Roisin Murphy winning one of those breaking balls and going at it.
Again, just show how important this kick out is in this game. I say we're near the end of the game, so Shelmaliers take a 3-point lead in injury time against Crossabeg. Katie Sludd slips this time, and again the ball is won by Kira Bamble. That's 3 wins in a row for Shell. Sarah will cut across the player, she does, to win that free, and that's a trick that she's definitely learned from Brian Malone or Simon Donoghue. I was seeing it last night being in full flow. It's a great play. They always cut across the defender, invite the tackle, and to win a proper free. So again, a chance for Leona Tector to put Shelmaliers 4 points up. Leona Tector kicks this one. It looks like he'll be dropping short around the square, and Ian Plunka has seen an infringement on the square. Ian Plunka looks like he might be going to blow for half time. He won't travel too far. He's looking for the ball, and Katie Sluds does the honours and gives him the ball. So we have a scoreline, Lizzie, of 1-8 to 2-2. I suppose if you have to sum up the first half, how would you have seen it yourself?
Yeah, I think Crossabeg got a cracking start and really kind of dominated the opening exchanges, but Shelmaliers just kept themselves tipping away, as in kept the scoreboard ticking, and would have to say, and particularly I'd say they're probably not wanting half time to come, because they've had huge momentum in the last 15 there, winning the last 3 kickouts and literally adding scores to the board. So as in I suppose for Shelmaliers, who are normally a team who start so quickly, as in they've really just played themselves into the game, and as in Crossabeg, I think, will be disappointed with that second 15. I think reverted a little bit away from the game plan, in the sense of starting to maybe force it a little bit more on the attacking edges, but as in two teams working really, really hard defensively, huge amount of turnovers. I think the big difference probably in the second quarter to the first was that Roisin Murphy's dominance around the middle of the field started to come into play, and that's where Shell started to get a little bit of joy in relation to winning ball there. I have to say, Ailish Neville has been excellent for Shells. Leona Tector has been pulling the strings inside, and the runners of Kelly, Clara, and Roisin have been a huge asset for Shells. Sarah Harding is getting further and further up the field, and I think that's causing a certain headache for Crossabeg. So whether that will continue in the second half or whether she'll revert back, I think for Crossabeg they just need to get back to the game plan, get back to moving the ball through the hands. But I think we're in for an entertaining second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Just on it, like we have to remember the mammoth task that Crossabeg are facing here. Like Shelmaliers are going, as you said earlier, they're going for 3 in a row. They're full of inter-county experience. They're full of ex-inter-county players. When you have a team and have someone like Maeve Quill on the bench to come on and loads of experience, they've done over the last few years, they've added in 1 or 2 players in around that team to keep it going. You said yourself that D Mac is a huge loss, but Kira Dunne, who's looked very busy, and Kira Bamble, 2 girls on the wings, have looked really, really busy, and Lauren Murphy inside. But the other side of the coin is Kevin Byrne would want a really, really good solid defence and high work rate and tigerish defending from his back line. And I have to say Amanda Scallon, Lauren Doyle, Siobhan Cummins are leading to the fore. They're putting the bodies on the line, getting great blocks, and they're probably the real reason that Shelmaliers haven't pulled away further in the last few minutes.
Yeah, I think from earlier in the season, again, it was a tight first half when the teams played, and Shells cracked in a couple of goals just before half time, which I suppose ended the game a little bit as a contest. So I guess Crossabeg have learned from that, and that's something that they'll be happy with, that they've contained. You know, as in they've made it very, very difficult. They're congesting that middle area. They're getting bodies back in around the D, and it's making it difficult for Shells. So it'll be interesting to see now again with half time coming. It's who can shift the momentum now. Who comes out maybe the stronger in the second half.
We're going to take a well-earned little break now, Lizzie, for a few minutes while everyone else is, because unfortunately with the new regulation, there's no coffee stations here, so we'll have to stick with the water. So again, today's game brought to you by Ferry Craig Tree Care, and by Bodyborough, and who are the sponsors of the Wexford Ladies Senior Football Championships, and we have Zurich, who are our Wexford Intercounty sponsorships as well. So we'll be back to you shortly, and we're hoping to look forward to a brilliant second half. Welcome back now. So, very interesting. Now, guys, welcome back to just getting ready to start the second half. We have an intriguing second half ahead. Scoreline of 2-2 to, or 1-8 to 2-2 to Shelmalier. Shelmalier after Crossabeg off to a blistering start, went 5 points up, but Shelmalier with other experience come back into this game. Referee Ian Plunkett about to get proceedings underway. No breeze here really, so I don't think the conditions are going to play a huge amount. Maybe a little bit going with the flag if you're looking. No, half the flags are blown a different way. Ball is in. Again, Ciara Walsh wins the breaking ball. Gives a 1-2 with Dervla Doyle. Dervla Doyle, partner of Gary Malloy from Naveana, who scored a great goal in the county final last year, who's listening to us there today. Devastated that he couldn't be here to cheer his girlfriend on. Ball inside now to Nolene Shannon. Nolene Shannon gives the ball high up in the air, and it's been well caught there by Sive McCarthy. If there was a mark in the ladies' football, she'd been able to take it. Sive comes out, gives the ball back to her experienced D Fox. D Fox, a brilliant outfield player for years for Shelmaliers. Plays a out ball out to Sarah Harden, who gives the ball up again. Roisin Murphy dropping deep, who's starting to dictate play here now in this game as well. Gives the ball, quick ball inside to Leona Tector. Leona Tector been stood up there by Siobhan Cummins. There's Clara Donnelly, the ever dangerous Clara Donnelly, gives the ball into Eilish. Eilish Neville gives the ball across, plays a one ball. Dangerous looking here for Shelmaliers, and Shelmaliers showing their intent as Crossabeg did in the first half. Shelmaliers came out firing in the second half, Lizzie.
Yeah, nice and direct again. Roisin Murphy causing lots of problems. So both herself and Ciara Walsh seem to be dropping on either side. Roisin on the Shell side, Ciara on the Crossabeg side to get onto the play. Leona with the free. Yeah, no mistake. Another score for Shells.
In my inexperience as a commentator and doing the score, I actually had put Leona Tector down for that score already, so I was hoping she'd do it. Now, kick out here from Katie Sludds. Shelmaliers after opening up a 4-point lead, and it's really important now, I suppose, for Crossabeg's point of view, that they don't let Shelmaliers pull away from them. Shelmaliers obviously will be hoping that the two pull away in the next few minutes. But here comes the hard-working Derry McDonald. Derry McDonald gives the ball out wide to Dervla Doyle. Dervla Doyle seems to be a bit further up the field this half. Gets well tackled there by the Shells defence. Roisin gets a hand on, and that is a free in there. Just a little pull of the arm and a follow through. Michelle Harden seems to have gone down with a knock to the face. I didn't really see. So again, 1-9 to Shelmaliers, 2-2 to Crossabeg Ballymurn. Crossabeg Ballymurn, both teams on a huge high after last week in the hurling. Great buzz around the county. Shelmaliers won their second title in a few years, and Crossabeg Ballymurn are back up to senior ranks. So there's obviously a good buzz around the parishes in both camps, and it'll be great for either side to get into a final in the ladies senior as well, is it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a brilliant senior championship this year, as in a lot of closely contested games, and today is living up to that as well.
Aoife Shield with a chance to cancel out that point to Leona Tectors, and she hits it. This time she just catches it with the right boot, and I didn't have that one written down. And my stats man here beside me tells me that's the first wide for Crossabeg in the whole game. So they've been really economical. Ball over the top there again, long kick out. It's three people coming towards it. Lauren Murphy comes up with that ball, gives a great ball inside to Eleanor Neville, who makes a great run. She plays a low ball inside Leona Tector. Leona Tector slips. Looks like she might have got a little injury there, but she's okay. Lauren Doyle wins a free. Quick ball inside here. Lauren to Dervla. The two sisters, not twins. Dervla taking on Michelle Harden again. Michelle Harden does well, shows her strength, wins that ball back for Shelmaliers. Ball across to Kelly. I'll have to get a few lozenges, Lizzie, for the second match later on at 5 o'clock. Ball to Roisin. Roisin again gives the ball 1-2 to Clara Donnelly. Clara being tracked by Lauren Doyle. Clara, great ball inside, and a great ball off the run off the right by Ciara Donnelly, who gives the ball 1-2 to Clara. Clara with the left foot this time. She drills it over the bar. Again, Clara Donnelly, who has been one of the best players in Wexford for the last 6-7 years, showing her experience there, and Lauren Doyle is doing a fair job and her trying to stick with her, Lizzie.
Yeah, like she's tracking well, but with Clara, when she goes up through the gears, she's almost unplayable.
Nolene Shannon again using that bit of experience just to hold off the player, let the ball bounce over the head. It seems to be, I don't know if it's a coincidence, it's supposed to happen 3 or 4 times in the game so far. So we're 4 minutes into the second half. Shelmaliers are 1-10 to 2-2 ahead, 13 points to 8. Ciara Walsh looks for the ball inside. This was the feature. And what Shelmalier seem to have done now, Lizzie, is they've looked to strengthen up their full back line, because that's where Crossabeg were making hay in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. Shauna Murphy and Sarah Harding-Kenny have dropped into their full back line. Shauna dropping on to Aoife Shield and Shauna dropping on to Rihanna Cullen, and Sarah Harding dropping on to Aoife Shield. So tight affair.
Turnover now here for Rihanna Cullen. Rihanna Cullen gives the ball. Aoife Shield has lost her footing, and out comes Sarah Harding driving up the ball again. She breaks one tackle. She breaks two tackles. She takes a good solo. She gives the ball inside to Clara Donnelly. Clara Donnelly fumbles it first time, but she picks it up at the second time. There's been a substitution there for Crossabeg, who we'll tell you about in a minute. Great ball inside to Ailish Neville, but the hot beats are this time. It's mopped up well by Manna Scallon. Manna Scallon, I think Polly Frost has after been introduced for Crossabeg, number 17. I think Leanne Cullen has gone off. Polly Frost has replaced Leanne Cullen after 5 minutes second half, and here is Polly Frost, or Ava Kelly. Another turnover there again. Roisin Murphy picks up that ball. She's there every time. She breaks the tackle of Dervla Doyle. Crossabeg starting to tire. Ball inside to Leona. Tech to Leona. Shows great hands to win that ball. Holds the ball up. Draws the player. Pops the ball inside to Clara Donnelly. The ever willing running Clara Donnelly. Dervla Doyle is chasing her this time. She's replaced her sister, trying to chase back down. Left foot from Clara again, and she hooks this one to the left and wide. If Crossabeg are going to stay in this game, Lizzie, they're going to have to stop turning over the ball high up the field.
Yeah, they've just gone away from their plan. They did so well retaining the ball in the first half. Again, just making a substitution here. Alicia Cullen, a great player to have to bring on, coming on for her sister Rihanna. Alicia has been an underage and adult county star over the last number of years, so a great addition to add to the forward line. Good for a score, another scoring forward from Crossabeg, so it'll be interesting to see how she gets on in here.
So Alicia in for Rihanna. Sister for sister. Great to see so many sisters playing. Ciara Walsh took a heavy belt after winning that ball by her own player, Polly Frost, son of Wexford under 15 football manager Brian Frost, who was probably listening to us today as well. And the Fianna man from Dublin. Great ball across to Nolan Shannon, gives a low ball inside. Shauna, well marshalled there from Shauna Murphy, showing her experience. Alicia's tackling her hard. But brilliant work again by Sean, Eleanor to Michelle to Roisin gives the ball to Ciara Donahue holding up this play. Ball with the left foot from Roisin. In again, Amanda Scallon battling with Ailish Neville winning all those balls, breaking into her. She gets her head up, she looks inside, she looks easily on the tech there, there's no space. Shelmalier showing her experience now, taking the sting out of it, gives it across there to the young Ciara Bamble. Ciara Bamble, not the Timon Ciara Bamble, the Shelmalier's Ciara Bamble. Gives the ball again, Lauren Doyle wins the ball, but it's turned over again through the middle.
Yeah, what Shells are doing is they're pushing on their half back line now. They're really starting to exert pressure, and they're pushing higher, turning the ball further up the field. Clara Donnelly unlucky there to just over carry it.
Fast ball inside again to number 12, Ava Kelly. Ava Kelly being tackled there by 18 Fitz. She solos once on the left. She takes 18 on an inside. She solos twice on the left. She cuts across her. She's gone through. There's a chance here of a goal if Rihanna steps inside. Alicia Cullen gets Crossabeg back into this game with a great finish with her left foot, showing her experience, who justifies the switch for Crossabeg. Alicia in for Rihanna.
Yeah, I think it was her second touch, and ball in the back of the net and putting the minimum between them. 3-2 to Crossabeg, 1-10 to Shelmaliers. Again, that space is opening up in front of the Crossabeg full forward line because Shells are pushing on. Their half back line are exerting pressure attacking wise. See Roisin Murphy just trying to calm things down a small bit there just to get themselves back into some shape. But Ailish Neville again on the ball. And Clara Donnelly making one of those driving runs into the middle now. As in, a little bit of link. It's opening up for Clara. As in, no. And a 45.
Okay. A frantic few minutes there. As he said, 3-2 to 1-10. So it's evident what's the pattern that's appearing here. Crossabeg going to need goals to stay in this game and have any chance to win it. Shelmalier showing their class going forward, well able to kick points. Clara Donnelly driving runs again that time, took a shot low and hard, and Polly Frost just got a foot to it to direct it out for a 45. So We have 9 minutes gone in the second half. Shelmalier's winning by 2 points, as they were at half time. Roisin Murphy now looks for a quick 45, gives it into Leona Tector. Leona Tector being tackled now by Amanda Scallon. Amanda Scallon seems to be gone across to Leona. Leona showing her strength and her experience, winning that dirty ball. Wins a free inside. There's advantage there. Will the referee give it? No, he plays on. Good advantage across here. Eleanor Neville. Shelmalier's might have preferred the free in, but Clara recycles the ball across the beggar. After getting set defensively, Roisin drives on, goes for one, and that's a wide. I was about to say a super effort from Roisin. Possibly there. Shelmaliers might have been better off getting that free in.
Yeah, I think they might. I think they would have been happier with that, as in a good effort from Roisin, but it just tailed wide at the end. Again, the space in front of the Crossabeg full forward line. Shells are just pushing, huge congestion in the middle of the field, and the ball is in play again.
So a ball back here now with Eleanor Neville. Eleanor Neville wins that ball from Katie Slood's kick out. She's driving forward again, gives the ball, plays 1-2 with Ailish Neville. Lauren Murphy's continuing to run down the left hand side. She gives the ball over the top of Nolene Shannon, said to Lauren Murphy. Lauren goes with the front of the boot and she kicks a nice score from a tight angle. And that opens up a 3-point lead again that's Lauren Murphy's first score of the game. And open up a 3-point lead, Lizzie.
Yeah, again, that pressure just pushing up around the middle of the park. They're turning over the ball hugely there, as in that's where Shells are getting that joy. Good run again by Ailish Neville. She's just a joy to watch, really. And Lauren Murphy just drifts off to the left, and a nice finish just to put 3 between the sides again. But this game is going right to the wire.
Right to the wire, says Lizzie Kent. The ball is back in again. It's won this time by Polly Frost. Polly Frost is after getting on a lot of ball in the first half, or in the first few minutes since she's come on. She's been tackling there in little slippery conditions. Ball picked well off the ground there by Amanda Scallon. So just a little bang. I think she hit her head off the ground as she fell. And the referee is just going to stop the play here now. So number 18 has come in there for Ciara Bamble. So number 18 for Shelmaliers. We'll try and find out. She's gone inside to the full forward line. She replaces Ciara Bamble after 41.5 minutes. So Shelmaliers leading this game 1-11-3-2. With 20 minutes roughly to go. Low ball in from Polly Frost into Nolene Shannon. Nolene Shannon gets her hands on the ball again. Polly Frost drives through the tackle. Takes 1 solo. Takes 2 solos. She's been cut off there now by Roisin Murphy. Roisin Murphy gets a good tackle in. On the loop comes Ciara Walsh. Ciara Walsh loops back across to Alicia Cullen. Alicia takes the ball, solos once with her right. Gives a great ball across the field there to Deirdre McDonald. Spots it. Deirdre McDonald goes with the right. She's tackled by Kelly Carney. And it's a free in. Probably just a little bit high in the original tackle from Kelly, but a super ball there by Ariana.
Alicia, she's been brilliant since she came in. A crossfield ball, just supervision, as in it's in her locker, there's no doubt about it. So has been hugely lively. 3 balls, been involved in 3 massive pieces of attack for Crossabeg. Yeah, and Aoife Shield makes no mistake.
I'm going to apologise because I'm going to probably struggle in the next 15 minutes with Rihanna and Alicia Cullen, but I'll do my best. No, ball again, long ball from Deirdre Fox, bounces over the top to Lauren Doyle. Crossabeg doing really well judging this bouncing ball. Deirdre McDonald, who is showing really strong in this game as well. Her and Kelly having a great battle in midfield. Pass the ball out to Dervla Doyle. Dervla Doyle wins the ball at the second attempt, takes a solo with her right, cuts inside. Crossabeg really not dying away and taking this game to Shelmaliers. Gives the ball to Ciara Walsh. Ciara Walsh comes across the field, works it back out to Polly Frost. Polly Frost gets the ball at second attempt, left hand pass across the field to Deirdre McDonald again. Aoife Shield continuing on, but Sarah Harden-Kenny makes a great block and wins a great free, as she usually does. And she lets Aoife Shield know all about it. A great battle going on here in the backs between Sarah Harden and Aoife Shield. So we're nearly approaching the water break now. So the referee has issued a comment that the score is 1-12 to Shelmaliers and 3-3. Yeah, there's 3 points. 1-12. The score is actually 1-12 to Shelmaliers and 3-3 to Crossabeg Ballinmurn. So Shelmaliers with a 3-point lead as Kelly Carney drives up the field. Long hard run by Eleanor Neville to get up off her shoulder. Kelly just drops the ball at the vital moment. Gives the ball inside there as well, read there by Emma McDonald. Emma McDonald drives out the ball, plays a 1-2. And Crossabeg moving the ball really well through the hands. Steps inside and high ball over the top to Ciara Walsh. Ciara Walsh gives it over the top here to Nolene Shanahan. Nolene Shanahan using her pace. Get on this ball. She thinks about kicking the ball inside. I think the referee has made a mistake there. I didn't see. I think she received a house pass, a hand pass, and she bounced the ball to check back, but she was done for 2 bounces. Nevertheless, they'll have to get on with the game. Clara Donnelly picks up the break, moves the ball, takes a solo, long high ball in, a top ball, a dangerous ball in here for Shelmalier's. One bounces to Leona Tector. Leona Tector looks to come back on that left and well tackled there by Amanda Scallon. Gives it, well done. Crossabeg, the Balmoral defence again coming out with the ball. Kellyanne Dempsey coming out with the last 2 balls. Nolan has player on her back. She'll have to go to the ball. Good anticipation there by Nolan Shannon to get on that ball. Nolan takes 1 bounce. She takes a solo. She wins the ball across, gets on to Ciara Walsh. She's been very industrious in this game. Lauren Doyle cuts back into the middle. She's been tackled by Clara Donnelly. Both teams looking to get a bit tired now. Who can see out the game? Anya Fortune takes onside McCarthy and cuts inside. Gives the ball in there to Alicia Cullen. Alicia Cullen brings the ball across the field, gives a great ball across to Dervla Doyle. This smells danger. Dervla cuts inside, gives the ball back out to Deary McDonald. Deary McDonald back on the loop. Comes Aoife Shield. She's looking to get a yard. She's well tackled again by Sarah Harden-Kenny. Sarah Harden-Kenny done a really good job getting a tackle in there. The ball is broke again. And away comes Shauna Murphy with the ball, showing her experience. Great ball down the line now from Shauna to Leona Tector. This game is getting hot and heavy. We're in the melting pot now with 16 minutes gone. We'll be heading for a water break soon. The ball is attacked there by Siobhan Cummins. She misses the ball and goes over the top of her head to Eleanor Neville, who waits for Nolan Challen. Gets a hand back there again. A turnover there for Crossabeg Ballymurn. And out comes Lauren Doyle with the ball to drive her team forward. She gives the ball to her sister, Dervla Doyle, who plays a 1-2 with Deary McDonald. Deary McDonald, this is a frantic game. Roisin Murphy's gone down with cramp maybe or something. Dervla Doyle is taking this game again to Crossabeg. Kelly with a tackle, and I think Dervla just seems to have been done for overcarrying, I think. And in the meantime, Kelly's gone down with a bang to the face. And again, both teams probably welcome a break here, Lizzie.
Yeah, it's been a game of 2 defences for these 15 minutes, Anthony. Trojan work from both half forward lines, getting back in behind, turning over the ball high up the field, and it's literally just counter-attacking football. It's brilliant to watch. Taking a Trojan effort though, so I'd say they are happy to get the water break now. Hopefully it's not too serious with Kelly over there, and that she'll be okay. The score at the minute is the score at the minute is 111 to 3-3. 111 to 3-3.
That's what we have on, yeah, he's corrected it there now. So just a little bit of confusion. Here with the scoreboard. The score was 111 to 3-3, and it's gone back now to 112 to 3-3, but the referee has actually changed it back. It's 111 to 3-3. The referee has called a water break after 17 minutes in the first half. Hotly contested first half. This game brought to you by Ferry Craig Tree Care. So this is tough. This is a tough game, Lizzie. This is a great battle. Have to say both teams leaving everything on the field. It's really now, you've got 17 minutes gone, so there's probably going to be 13, 15 minutes left. 14 points to 12, nicely poised. Shelmalier's obviously very, very dangerous going forward, but if Crossabeg can get a lot of ball into that full forward line, there's chances there for him.
Yeah, I think it'll be the team now who shows that little bit of composure just to finish it out. Opportunities at both ends, but for that last 15, I think it's been the tale of 2 defences. So it's whether, I guess, for Crossabeg, it's whether they can keep that ferocious work rate up and then be clinical when they get into the final third. And for Shells, that running game that they're so notorious and so good at, can they continue that, and can they add just a little bit of finishing at the end of it? So really looking forward to the next 15 minutes, Anthony.
Thanks. Just Kim Maloney down in front of me has represented both these clubs. Just my stats woman has told me here. Kim, who's number 18 for Shells? Who's number 18 for Shells? Game about to restart here with a free from Shauna Murphy in the half-back line. Crossabeg are obviously going to full press on here now, try to turn over this play. Referee waiting. I think Kelly Carney's gone off as a blood sub, Lizzie. I think her Siobhan Cloak's great. She's Siobhan Cloak back playing after the birth of her child. It's great to see her back. She was on the inter-county squad there a few years ago, and she's back and she's straight into play using her experience. Yeah, great ball down the line to Leona Tector. Plays little 1-2. Leona gives the ball into Clara Donnelly. Clara Donnelly being tackled by Siobhan Cummins. Anya Lacey is number 18, who's after being introduced there for Shelmaliers, and again Crossabeg turn over that ball. The high ball over the top is not working for Shelmaliers, and Crossabeg have turned it over time and time and again. So away come Crossabeg again with the ball. Lauren Doyle gives the ball down. Ciara Walsh is working very, very hard for Crossabeg. She's been on a lot of ball. Anya Fortune dropping deep, getting on the ball as well. Gives the ball to Deary McDonald, long ball inside. A chance here now for Ava Kelly. She gets that ball on the left. She smells a goal chance. She's going down. She's got Eva Sheil on her left. It's a one-on-one for Eva Sheil, and she buries the ball. She buries the ball for Crossabeg, and Crossabeg have taken the lead in this game. 10 minutes to go plus injury time. A great ball inside, Lizzie, and Crossabeg do the damage.
Yeah, there's a huge amount of space in there. When Crossabeg get that ball in there, they're just after winning it again. It's Nolene Shanahan on the ball, onto Alicia Cullen again. Has had huge influence on the game since she came in, and kicks another score, another fine score.
Wow, Lizzie, I'm just chalking it down here. This game is after taking a turn, and again the water break shows what a manager and what a team can do. They can settle themselves back down, get their bearings, and now we are in for a frantic finish. 4-4 to Crossabeg, 1-11 to Shelmaliers. And again, I tell you, for our first ever live streaming of the Bodybro Senior Football Championships, we have a chance here again as a turnover again. Alicia Cullen is going through one-on-one again. She just fumbles the ball, and Shauna Murphy comes away with this ball. There was a chance there for Alicia to take her score, and she fouled Shauna Murphy. And Shauna will probably try to take the sting out of this game, and Shelmaliers will probably get the bearings. So now we're after going from Shelmaliers to being 2 points up. They're actually 3 points down with 8.5 minutes to go. A great ball over the top this time from Shauna to Ciara Donoghue. Ciara Donoghue gives the ball to Eleanor Neville. This game is going to be going right to the wire. Don't write off Shelmaliers. They'll be in this to the death. Leona Tector, great ball inside to Lauren Murphy. Lauren Murphy wins the ball. The equivalent of a mark in the men's game, but it's not allowed here. Lauren Murphy plays a 1-2 with Anya Less. She gets the ball on her right hand side, and a great score from Lauren Murphy. Just what Shelmaliers needed to get themselves settled back into this game. The score now is 1-12 to Shelmaliers, 4-4 to Crossabeg. The scoreboard hasn't registered it yet, but that was the score, Lizzie, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, the scoreboard is putting it up now. 15 points to... Can't work that out, Lizzie. To 20. 5 points. Chance here, Leona take this one-on-one with Katie Studs. That's the Burns. A save by Katie Studs. I think the Crossabeg, everybody had just switched off there for a second. Katie Studs comes out with the ball. So it's 1-12. It's 16 points to 15 now in favour of Crossabeg.
Just interesting enough, Shells have actually dropped back just a sweeper into the defensive line, so there had been a huge amount of space in there, and they were just going 1-for-1, but just Sarah Harding seems to have freed herself up there now just to cover off that space. So I hope it doesn't prove, I suppose, the concern for them in the sense of conceding 1-1 during that period.
Ball inside. So Kelly Carney has replaced Siobhan Cloak back after her blood sub after that bang to the nose. Kelly well able to shake that off. Tough girl, made of hard stuff. Ball comes out there, looks to be tackled high by Ian Plunkett. Doesn't give a free ball. Well, they worked it out really well when she was under pressure. Emma MacDonald again, left foot solo from Ava Kelly, being tackled really hard. Shelmaliers, true champions like they are tackling hard, trying to win this ball back up high. But again, Crossabeg Ballymurn do the right thing and switch the ball across the field. Dervla Doyle has been super in this game. Gets the ball, left hand pass. A left-footed hand pass is not possible, is it? Across the ball, gives it back to Lauren Doyle. Lauren Doyle gives the ball inside to Ciara Walsh, breaks it down to herself, takes it on the play. Ciara Walsh working hard, tackle there by Roisin Murphy. Roisin working very hard for Shelmaliers. Both teams going hammer and tongs at it here. Again, Deary McDonald has been stopped up. She drives through the tackle. She meets Roisin Murphy. Then she meets Kelly Carney. She turns back. Kelly Carney. Saeed McCarthy has been tackled is tackling hard there again. Hard for Crossabeg Ballymurn to make inroads, and Ian Plunkett gives steps here to Rihanna Cullen. A long ball from Roisin. A great battle by the two blondes. Sarah Harden at the ponytail comes out with it. Dervla Doyle, that's it. She drives up the field. She mistimes her solo. Both teams evidently very tired. This has been a brilliant game of football. Both teams are giving it everything, and Clara Donnelly is coming forward again. We have 24 and a half minutes gone on the clock. That's not. Clara Donnelly cuts through again. She's going to go with that left foot. She has done some super work on that left foot in the last while, and she has kicked another great score to level this game. 1-13 to 4-4, Lizzie.
Yeah, Clara just driving through it, doing what she does so well, and a good finish on that. This game is going right down to the wire, as in it's end to end. There's no quarter asking or given. So, and Sarah Harding is on the ball again.
Sarah Harding wins that kick out, and she will drive forward as she ever does. She gets the ball and she goes. It's dropping in line. Oh, it's just. He's given. It's a free in. Was she tackled after the ball? Oh, apologise for any bad language that was heard from the sideline. It wasn't from ourselves. For a change, yeah. Ian seems that there's been a late hit there on Sarah, so he's given a free in there for Shell. So a chance for Leona Tector with 20, nearly 26 minutes gone on the clock. For Leona to put Shelmalier ahead, and unless she mishits this ball, this should be a score. And she makes no mistake, showing her experience again. I've said that about 10 times, but again, Leona Tector puts the Shelmaliers into the lead. 1-13 to 4-4. And in fairness, Lizzie, the Shelmaliers, they've responded really well from that goal.
Yep, they've come back with consecutive scores, Anthony, working really hard, turning over that ball well, and putting it on the board, which is something they weren't doing earlier in the half.
Again, Katie Slud's mixing up this time and going short, and just no, it's not something. I don't think it's something that any players want. It was a tackle, but it wasn't nothing cynical in it. And I suppose sometimes referees can be ticking and players can get the line, but there was nothing. It was just an arm in, it wasn't a dirty free. So again, referee does the right thing, gives the free, but no ticking. So Kelly Carney with number 30 on her back tackles Derry McDonald. Two of them have had a brilliant battle in this game. Derry gives the ball across to Lauren Doyle. Lauren Doyle driving up the field. Gives a ball inside to Ava Kelly. Ava Kelly has advantage and works the ball across well. A good referee gives a good nice look at the ball inside if she can find. She goes for the ball over top, but she underkits the pass. Well cut out there by Kieran Donoghue. Kieran Donoghue has her hand on the ball a lot of times in this game, but she gives a long ball across the field. Neither team are settling on this ball. Their turnovers are high. Dervla Doyle works the ball to the wing. Kelly with a great tackle and a great turnover from Kelly Carney. From a tired Dervla Doyle. She gives the ball into Lauren Murphy. She makes a mistake. The hands were down. I'd say that's a free. A mistake there from Lauren Murphy. She'd let the ball loose. Dropped over her head. And again, Amanda Scallon done the right thing. Got her hands down and wins her free. Ball out now. There's no time to take a break here in this game. There's 27 and a half minutes gone on the clock. But we have a water break to be added onto that as well. And Ciara Walsh is fouled in the middle of the field. The scoreline of 1-14 to 4-4, 17 points to 16 in favour of Shelmalier, who are trying to stay in this game, going for 3 in a row this year. Lizzie, we just have a little bit of a knock there to Ciara Walsh as a chance for everybody to take a breath coming into the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's just been end to end, and I think the team who are going to win this now, Anthony, are the team that are just going to have a little bit of composure, just maybe slow it down, work the ball through the hands, and then take their scores when they get the opportunity. I think it's about composure now, the team who can see it out. So it's still in the melting pot, and and both teams still going at it. Leah Scallon has just come on for Anya Fortune, and it's a free to Crossabeg.
Fairness to Anya Fortune, she's worked tirelessly for her team. A great ball across now. The game is in. The ball. I sound like Liam Spratt now. The game is in and the ball is on. But the ball is in and the game is on. And Nolene Shannon has taken this game too. She looks like she might have been tugged there. And yes, there was a little bit of a tug there on the arm for Nolene. And Ian Plunkett gives the free. But it's a hard free to kick. So a chance now. Nolene is trying to use a bit of cop on there and trying to gain a few yards. So Nolene is going to look to. So they're calling. Kevin is using Alicia. No, they don't want it. Lee Sheen looked like she might be coming out to take this off the ground. I've seen her kicking him from long. Nolan Shannon, it's a dangerous ball in. D Fox, great hands by D Fox, wins that ball as you want your keeper to do. Brings the ball out to the sides, gives it to Kelly Carney. Kelly Carney raids up the right wing. We have 29.5 minutes gone on the clock, and Shelmaliers are leading by a point. Can Crossabeg get back into this game? Kelly does use her experience, settles the ball down, gives the ball across to Michelle Harden. Michelle Harden coming with the ball through the middle, takes on Aoife Shield. Aoife Shield turns her. Chance there now for a turnover, but Anya Lacey comes and shows for the ball really well. Anya gives the ball across there to the cornerback who's come up the field, 18 Fitz. 18 Fitz gives the ball inside. It looks like it's going to be a free. Lauren Murphy has won a free. We've 30 minutes exactly gone on the clock now, with a water break and injury time to come. Shelmaliers leading again, as I said, 1-14 to 4-4. Here comes the ever-experienced Maeve Quill, and Maeve Quill's role, Lizzie, for the next few minutes will be, what do you think?
I think Maeve will look to get on the ball and control him. We've just given it a commentator's curse there now, Anthony, and the ball has gone the opposite way.
In fairness to her, someone gave her a bad ball. I don't think she was expecting it, so this is a chance for Crossabeg to break forward. Siobhan Cummins gives the ball to Ciara Walsh. Shelmaliers have dropped back. Clara Donnelly and Sarah Harden are sitting back, inviting Crossabeg to work the ball forward. They just don't want to get caught with that long ball in over the top. Using their experience. Again, a turnover. Maeve Quill looks to turn over, and it's a free there for Crossabeg. If you're going to beat Shelmaliers, Lizzie, you're going to have to take every chance that comes your way.
Absolutely, and as in, there will be no stop. This game will go to the last minute, and that's how Shelmaliers play, that's how they perform. But Crossabeg still trying to do the right thing, building the play, switching the play. Interesting to see that Shells have dropped the two back in now, just to give that bit of cover in front of the full back line. But exciting affair. My nerves are at me, Anthony.
Polly Frost gets turned over there really well by Sarah Harden, looking for the hand pass over the top when they really need a score, but tiredness has probably kicked in there to 18. She made a decision to play the ball on the ground, but and Crossabeg do the same. Tired bodies all over this field. It's all about who can make the least amount of mistakes now coming in. We're in injury time. There's probably a few minutes to play for a few knocks and the water break. The Shelmaliers come with that ball, and who has the ball? The perfect person they want on the ball is Clara Donnelly, and she's going to take the sting out of this play, working the ball back across, inviting Crossabeg to come out and tackle him. A ball inside, and Sarah Harden spins her player and gets the ball inside. She will keep driving. When she looked to draw free, she gives the ball across to Clara Donnelly. Clara Donnelly, a tired body, a tired tackle. I think it was just two clash there. It was a fumble, and it'll probably be a hot ball, I'd imagine. Referee doesn't seem to have given anything, so we have a chance to take a breath. I have 32 minutes gone on the clock, but I'd imagine there's still a couple of minutes to play with the water break and a few injuries.
Yeah, Shelmaliers are looking now to use their experience just to close out this game. Again, Presto Crossabeg trying to do the right things, trying to build a play and just create that opportunity, but Shells have dropped bodies back, and they're just so dangerous on the counter attack, Anthony.
I think Ian Plunkett has just indicated that there's still one. There was 1 point. I think he indicated that there's 1 minute left. I think I seen Ciara Walsh telling her manager there's a minute to play. So now Shelmaliers go into possession mode. They're going to try hold on to this play for the last minute and kill the play. Do as champions do and see out this game. But Crossabeg need to try and turn over this ball if they're going to get back into this and have a chance of winning. Clara Donnelly is going to use her experience. Yeah, there's probably about 30 or 40 seconds left, and there's a tackle going in. It's a free, well-won free there by Roisin Murphy, using all her experience. Crossabeg are going to have to come out and play if there's only 30 seconds left to go. They look to keep that ball. Roisin limited on the steps there. Clara Donnelly trying to take this thing out of this play, playing a dangerous game, but playing a very experienced game. Ball back to Michelle Harding. She's tackled there. Ciara Walsh is tackling Clara Donnelly hard. Clara Donnelly looks to give the ball out to Roisin Murphy to have all her experienced players on this ball. A low ball inside to the other very experienced player, Maeve Quill. Maeve Quill gets this ball. She won't probably do anything silly, but there's the turnover that Crossabeg are looking for, and it's a free out. So they've given the ball away. Crossabeg will need to move this ball quick. They do move this ball quick. They're looking to bring this ball forward. This is probably last chance saloon for Crossabeg, and it's time up. And this seems to be Shelmaliers have won this game by a point. 18 points to 17. There's a weird, eerie feeling at the end of this game, Lizzie. I don't know if both teams, I think Shelmaliers mightn't be happy with their performance, but they're not celebrating at the end of this half time.
I think that both teams are out on their feet. I think it's been a fantastic game of football. It's been end to end. I think they're just exhausted, and I guess it's that sensation that there's no supporters here as well. It's a very quick. I can nearly hear myself speaking here, as in a cracking game of football, end to end. Crossabeg, I can obviously see them coming over here towards us now. Hugely disappointed, but what a performance that they put in. What a performance. Shelmaliers again doing what they do so well. Very, very worthy champions for the last number of years. They saw that game. They got a setback early in the final quarter, but again went down, got consecutive scores, closed out the game. Just a brilliant advertisement for ladies football in Wexford. A credit to both teams and their management. Again, yeah, it's a bit strange, just no supporters here, Anthony.
I was expecting something different there, Lizzie, in the last few minutes. I suppose, as you said, both teams have absolutely emptied the tanks, and have to give credit to Crossabeg Ballymurn. They had a huge task on their hands here today, but they didn't lie down. They came out all guns blazing in the first half. And I suppose the only thing that got Shelmaliers over the line was that bit of class. Clara came through, kicked 2 or 3 great scores. I think she finished with a goal and 3 points off her left foot, which is shows the work that she's been doing. Leona Tector finished with 4 or 5 points. Kelly Carney weighed in with 2 points, and Roisin Murphy kicked a score, and Lauren Murphy kicked 2 points. Look at for Crossabeg and Ballymurn, both Alicia and Rihanna got a goal. Alicia kicked 1-1. Aoife Shield got got 2 goals and 3 points. But I suppose Crossabeg are dejected. They absolutely give everything to the cause. But you know yourself, if you're playing against a team like Shelmaliers, you've got to make every ball count. And in the last 5 or 6 minutes, there was probably too many turnovers from both teams. Probably disappointed with the amount of turnovers again, but again, it's probably down to tired bodies.
Yeah, tired bodies. A huge effort huge effort defensively from both sides. I suppose what I would say is that at that stage you probably just needed somebody just to slow down, just take a little bit of composure on the game, and Shells put their hand up in relation to that. The likes of Kelly Carney, Roisin Murphy, Clara Donnelly just got on the ball, retained possession, and just it's just I suppose I'm out of breath myself here, Anthony, looking at it.
Yeah, we're just going to see, can we get a player or two from Shelmaliers? Maybe we get a word with the Crossabeg manager as well after the game. Look at the performances on both sides. Starting off with Crossabeg, it's going to be no surprise to them. The Shelmaliers girls are in high spirits there. Tom Dunn, our what we call him, our golfer, has gone over to get Kelly Carney to give us a word. But I have to say, Amanda Scallon, don't like singling a few people out, but Siobhan Cummins, Amanda Scallon, Lauren Doyle, I think all the backs really were absolutely outstanding. Ciara Walsh and Derry McDonald had a serious battle with Michelle Harden and Clara and Kelly in the middle of the field. Aoife Shield obviously registered 2 goals in play and 3 points in play, but Nolan Challen, Ava Kelly, Dervla, Anya Fortune and the Cullen girls, they just work so hard. It's hard to single people out from the Crossabeg Ballymurn side, that they work so hard and put everything into the game. Yeah,
just a real team performance. Just played as a unit. I suppose that defensive turnovers and that work rate from them was incredible, and we're still doing it in the last couple of minutes of the game as well. So just delighted to see Kelly Carney join us over here now. So
just joined again by the young Kelly Carney. Is it a bloody nose for you, Kelly? You're comfortable with getting bangs in the nose the way you play going into tackles, but just to sum up how you feel after that, there was a bit of an eerie, we were just talking about, it was an eerie feeling not playing in front of supporters. You grinded out a 1 point win in the end. There wasn't much celebrations by Shelmaliers at the end, but you've come through a tight battle.
Yeah, it was a very tough game, and to be honest with you, we were under no illusions coming into the match. We knew it was going to be a very tough game, and we played them earlier on group stages, and it was a tough game as well then. I don't know, maybe the crowd, the atmosphere was a bit dead even on the pitch. Maybe that's why it took us a little bit to get into the game, and to be honest with you, it did take us a good while to get into the game there. We were happy with how we came back after the water break there, especially first half. But no, it was a very tough game, and fair play to Crossabeg, came out and absolutely gave it their all. They left everything on the pitch, and they can't do no more for that, so I just want to say congratulations to Crossabeg. It was a great game.
I think it's good for ladies football, Kelly, that you have teams like Crossabeg coming up and giving you a real good battle. And Squash Shelmaliers, I think, usually be delighted with that game going into the final.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously with COVID and stuff, you didn't really have the opportunity to go get practice matches. Everything was kind of kept within the county. But no, again, fair play to Crossabeg. We knew ourselves it was going to be a tough game, and it literally went down to the wire there today. Probably had just the heads for the last couple of minutes just to hold on to possession when we did win possession. Just a couple of the players stood up, like Clara, Roisin, the likes of Anya Lacey coming off the bench, and we even had the likes of Maeve Quill there to come on, steady head, old head on her shoulders, and she come on and just kept the ball as well. So that was probably the difference between two teams in the end.
I think noticeable, Crossabeg came out all guns blazing, got 2 goals. He's dropped Roisin Murphy back in, and she linked the play really well. She got on the ball a lot there. How did you feel after the first 10 or 15 minutes? I suppose the water break was very important for you to use that, because you had conceded those 2 goals in the first quarter.
Yeah, look, to be honest, we were very disappointed with the first 10 or 15 minutes, but we can't take that all on us. It's credit to Crossabeg. They came out, they put the game to us, they did score 2 quick goals, but it was our reaction to that. The water break probably did help. There's a lot of if and a button about the water breaks in the ladies' football and the men's football. To be honest, which I think it helped us. It definitely helped us there today. We got to get our group together and get to regroup, and then come out and just start kicking the scores over and the points over, and to be honest, that's what kind of steadied us. So yeah, the first 15 minutes after the water break was brilliant for us.
So just going forward then, Kelly, obviously you're through to the Bodybro County final. You're going for that 3 in a row. Probably something that you probably mightn't be talking about. It's probably just winning a game at a time. But will you sit back and watch Adamstown versus Cloney later, and what do you see in that game?
No, to be honest with you, I'd be all about just worrying about our own game. Probably won't even watch the Adamstown game. Probably won't even get home by the time.
Even while we're live streaming and all for the first time ever, you mightn't sit down.
I have to drive back to Wexford Town.
5 o'clock.
Yeah, like, what time is it now? Yeah, well, like, it was live streamed, I probably will watch it, but to be honest with you, going into a county final, at the end of the day, it is a county final, it's anyone's game. No matter what form you're leading into up to a county final, anything can happen on the day. We'll just push on, we'll worry about our own game, and like, it hasn't been easy for any team, it hasn't been easy for anyone, it hasn't been easy for the supporters. It's not nice having no one here today, but at the end of the day, we'll go out and try to do it for us and do it for the parish at home.
And just to let you know, we had over 200 people watching the game for the first ever live stream, so there's huge interest in ladies football, and I think going forward that it's something that should be done to promote the game going forward. And I'd like to wish you the best luck. Well done on your own performance, and hope the nose is okay. Alright, so Kelly, well done, and best of luck in the final. Right. Look at that nearly wraps us up in the first game, Lizzie, but just how about Kelly speaking there? Look at you can see how Shelmalier are champions so much for the last few years about how they go about their own game.
Yeah, I think there's 2 things she touched on, as in just that little bit of experience at the end where they really were able to close out a game and just really see it out. It's the real true sign of a champions. I think the other thing that she touched on, as in obviously it's been a challenging year that we've had in general, and it's great to have seen such a spectacle of ladies football out there after the summer that we've had. And I think, as in, of course, we're all disappointed that supporters can't be here, and obviously the opportunity for people at home to watch the game is great, but I think for everyone it's a great lift just to actually get out and start playing games again, and I suppose that's something that Kelly touched on, and I think it's something that we none of us can take for granted. Who would have thought that the summer would have gone this way, and we would have been packing the senior championship into the month of August. But as in, it's a credit to teams, and I think it gives a real positive vibe for ladies football in Wexford in general, and because it sets up nicely for the game later in the day.
Yeah, look at we're just hoping now, before we finish up, we're just hoping to get a word with somebody from the Crossabeg side. Obviously they'll be very proud of their performance, but obviously very dejected as well. Yeah,
and Crossabeg as in have been coming for the last number of years. In the round robin part of this earlier on, there was I think Adamstown got over the line just by this minimum of margin. I think they scraped over by 2 points, and it could have gone either way. They've put in just a fantastic display today, and they really stuck to the plan, and they just worked ferociously hard from start to finish. And I guess the one thing that is often lacking in ladies football teams is scoring forwards, but Crossabeg have them in abundance. They just have them in abundance, and having the likes of Alicia Cullen to come in just showed that, game changer, came on, took control of the game, consecutive scores, but just that little bit of experience from Shells just to shore up things at the back. and I guess to be that little bit of clinical when the chips were really, when the game was really in the melting pot, you know. So again, pushing on for 3 in a row. They're not champions for no reason, you know. They're a credit to themselves and to the parish down there, and as in they'll be driving on to get 3 in a row and to add that. So thankfully now, Anthony, you've got the interview ready.
We're good to go here. Just before we finish up, I'm just going to ask the Crossabeg Ballymurn manager, Kevin Byrne. Kevin, sorry to have to come in here if you can. Sorry to have to call you over after a hard defeat. Can you see there, Dennis? Just back here, Kev. Look, Kevin, we're just saying, first of all, there's over 200 people watching us on the stream here for our first live streaming of the ladies' game. I think everybody has been treated to an absolute cracker of a game. It's not going to be any consolation to you. You come out to win the game to reach a county final. You've pushed the kingpins of ladies football in the last few years to the wire, to 1 point in it at the very end. You must be very proud of your players.
Extremely proud. I'm actually lost for words here. I'm gutted. We knew what we had coming up with some great young players. The girls have given a great commitment all year, I suppose, in difficult circumstances. We weren't afraid of the Shells. We knew, listen, their big game experience probably got them over the line today. We went 2 points up with maybe 7 or 8 minutes to go, and we maybe should have closed the game out. We've only one way of playing, and we attacked, and as I said, their experience shone in the end. But I can't be more proud in that group of girls. We've
just been noticing, like, without singling players out, everyone was absolutely outstanding, but like Amanda Scallon, Lauren Doyle, Siobhan Cummins were just outstanding defence, throwing their bodies on the line, and going forward, I have to say, likes of Deary McDonald and Ciara Walsh put it up to Shelmalier's midfield, who have a huge amount of Wexford experience over the last 10 years.
Most definitely, and if you look at the score line, they got in for 1 goal, and I know they hate the posting, but that was our idea to keep. If we stopped them scoring goals, and we scored 4 of them, we thought it might have been enough, but as I say, it's just a point in the end. It's hard to take. They beat us by 10 or 11 in the group stage, and it was easier to take than this. But again, these girls will come back stronger next year, no doubt.
Yeah, it looks like a very young team, Kevin, and the girls have. It's great to see some of the girls back playing. I know 1 or 2 of them had given up, and they're back playing there. Very young, very inexperienced, and they'll learn from this game.
Yeah, I think maybe 4 or 5 girls are under the age of 18. Maybe our captain Ciara Walsh is 30 this year. After that,
she won't thank you for that.
No, but after that, she's the fittest girl on the team too, so that doesn't matter. But a very young team, and as I say, there's good work being done across the bag. I've no doubt that if this team stay together with the youth coming forward, we can definitely challenge this group again next year.
Was the game plan to go out at Shells from the very start? He's got off to a rip-roaring start, and I suppose that first 10-15 minutes gave you the platform to be competitive for the whole game.
Yeah, exactly. We knew that if the Shells got a run on us and we're 4 or 5 points up, it's hard to peg them back. We scored 2 early goals, and it gave us great confidence and belief that we could carry on. But there was a period there in the first half where we couldn't turn the ball over from our kickouts, and that in the end cost us. They scored 1-8 to a point in that period, and that's the win in the game.
Okay, Kevin, look, thanks a million for coming, and we'll best luck in future. Okay then, folks, that wraps up our coverage of the Crossabeg Shelmalier's final. I'll hand you over to the ever willing Lizzie Kent for the final word, and maybe she'll give us a little bit of a preview for Adamstown and Cloney later on. Lizzie, if we get half as good as a game as we have today, we'll be happy. I know you won't be biased in your commentary later on for Adamstown.
Absolutely not, Anthony. Look, I guess, and we can talk about Shell's experience and whatnot as well, but they're a classy outfit as well. So I think, as in credit where credit's due in relation to that. But a cracking game, very disappointed Crossabeg team, but I have no doubt this Crossabeg team will get over the line in the next year or two. I have no doubt on that. Looking ahead to later on, again, I feel we will get a cracking game later on. I think it'll be a tight affair. They have met earlier in the campaign. Adamstown came out on top that day, but to be honest, to use the old cliche, it was a bit of a game of 2 halves. Adams had a cracking first half. Cloney had a much better second half, and I think it will be a tight affair again today. Huge experience on both sides. As I said, which the interesting stat on it, that these 4 teams that are in the semi-final have come out of the same group, so they've all played each other. So sometimes too, a result like that, when the likes of Cloney maybe have, you sometimes learn more from a defeat than you do from a win. So I'm sure Cloney have taken everything from that. Looking forward to it, end-to-end type of game again, I think. So as in, hardly be biased now, Anthony, as in, you know. So, but again, yeah, looking forward to it. 5 o'clock throw in.
Okay, folks, so well done to Shelmaliers and Crossabeg on a great game in the first game. So Shelmaliers ultimately our first team into the Broadyborough senior football football final, and we'll see everybody back here about 4:45 for our second live semi-final. Over and out.